Hello, class. My name's Matt Crowley, and I will be teaching the TCPIP course for spring 2020 here at Tri-C West. I want to go over the features of our Blackboard site, some information on the course content, due dates, and what you should expect over the next 16 weeks. So again, my name is Matt Crowley. I'm a computer engineer slash cybersecurity slash software developer slash networking person. I've spent many years at various organizations, including Microsoft, a number of startups, a number of US airports, managing IT departments, building software, doing various things. I hold a computer engineering degree from Case Western Reserve University, as well as an MBA from Temple University. And on the cybersecurity side, I'm both a CISSP and a CCSP and own a cybersecurity firm based out of Cleveland. So a lot of background in the space, and I hope that not only I can help you in the course, but if you have any questions on your IT career in general, are looking for people to meet, looking for a job or an internship, let me know and I can get you in touch with folks that hopefully will be in your area of interest. So on the course content, I want to walk through our Blackboard site, walk through some of the items that'll be due each week. I've tried to set up this course so it's very regimented. You know exactly what's due, when it's due. It shouldn't be a surprise. I go through this in the syllabus. So at the Start Here page, this is basically the home page on Blackboard for getting started. If you look at the course syllabus that I've posted, it outlines basically the requirements of the course, a lot of boilerplate language that's the same on every other syllabus. So I'm just going to jump down to some of the more important sections real fast. So the objectives of the course, please read through those. This is what I'm hoping you get out of the course. And if you're not getting something out of the course that's in this list, I want to make sure I address it with the course, with the class. So please review the objectives in the syllabus. The text we'll be using this semester is the Guide to TCP/IP 6th edition. It is linked to this Blackboard course through Cengage, and you can get a Cengage Unlimited account either by clicking the syllabus or by following the instructions in the Start Here section, which we'll go over in a minute. Scrolling down a little bit, the grading policy for this semester and what you should expect. We're going to have 14 lab assignments, 14 discussions, 14 weekly quizzes. So every week except for midterms and finals week and spring break, obviously, we're not going to be doing anything there. You're going to have a lab, a discussion board post, and a weekly quiz. The lab assignments will be worth 28% of your grade. You will have unlimited opportunities to do them, but they are due on the due date. So if you want to take the lab 10 times until you get 100%, you're welcome to do so. Same thing with the quizzes. Feel free to take them as many times as you want. I just won't extend the deadlines on them. So if you want to go ahead and start taking quizzes now, you're more than welcome to do it. Repetition helps memory, so I'm more than happy to give you the points if you're willing to put the time in. Discussion board posts each week. There will be one main post to each week and 2 replies, and I'll go over each of those due dates in a few minutes. But you'll have 3 posts, one 100-word post each week on a topical discussion and 2 replies to your peers. The midterm and the final are also here, 100 points and 200 points respectively, and you can take those anytime during the midterm or final week. If you want to take it right away and be done with the course, you're more than welcome to do so. But we'll see how you do. I just want to give you an extra week to study on those. The midterm and the final are only one-time exams. So unlike the quizzes, you have one shot at taking them. But I wanted to make sure that the midterm and the final, wasn't half of your total grade. So I think you'll see a lot of topics on the midterm and the final that you'll see in the quizzes you take, hint, hint. So make sure that you take those quizzes until you get 100% to guarantee that you will do well on the midterm and the final. So total 1,000 points. I've designed this just to make it super easy to know where you are. And all of these grades will be on Blackboard as you go through the course. Our cadence here will be a chapter a week in the book, online, and the labs and the quizzes and the discussion board. So week 1, we're going to introduce you to the basics of TCP/IP. Week 2, IP addressing, packet structures. In week 3, we're going to break down headers, the basic data structures and headers and payloads. 4 is going to be data links and network layer protocols in TCP/IP. ICMP will be week 5, neighbor discovery week 6. Auto configuration in week 7, and week 8 is the midterm. Please do not do anything from the 9th to the 15th. Relax, take a break. It is spring break. Week 9, we'll kick off after that for name resolution, transport layer protocols in link 10, moving on from v4 to v6, IPv6 in week 11, how to deploy IPv6 in week 12, a little bit of cybersecurity topics in week 13, which is stuff I love. So how to secure your environments, troubleshooting issues in week 14, and week 15 will be, well, what's this actually like in the real world, and what should you do if you're actually going on site and trying to debug something. So a little more hands-on approach. And then week 16 will be your final. You can take it anytime during that week. Just a quick note, I labeled the discussion boards by week, but obviously once spring break hits, the module numbers are one behind. So in week 9, you'll be in chapter 8, but the discussion board says week 9. So I put some asterisks at the bottom just to hopefully get you straightened out on that so you won't be confused. However, in Blackboard, which we'll walk through it, it's all linked out in course content, so it should be right there, so it's not that confusing. Late work. I don't accept late work. It's your responsibility to schedule your time out, but that's why I also make sure that you have unlimited chances to take quizzes. If you're stressed out one day, take it another day. Make sure that you are properly scheduling your time. Use the calendar in Blackboard. Use the features of Blackboard. Export to iCal. Make sure that you're organizing your life. Obviously, if there's an emergency, we can work around it. But if it's not an absolute documented emergency, I do not accept late work. Anything else on here that I want to go over? Read the syllabus, please. Make sure that you understand it. It is our contract. Contact information for me at the very top of the syllabus. My preferred way of communicating is email, so I can make sure everything's documented. I'm responding to everything. My email address is on there. If it is a very important emergency, you can call me. Leave a voicemail. I get a lot of robocalls, and I really don't know who the heck is calling me anymore. Like I said, best way is email me. I cannot guarantee I will respond on the phone. But do leave a voicemail if you do call. I am all virtual. My 3 classes this semester are all online, so I'm happy to do office hours, but let's just schedule those in advance. And any question for me, it does say this in the syllabus, but just to be safe, because I do travel a lot for work, I need a 48-hour lead time, so I get 48 hours to respond to you. I do respond quicker than that, but that's just to be safe on my end, so we're meeting some expectations. Make sure you understand the add drop dates, 27th of January of this year for no record that you were in the course, with a withdrawal W on your record by April 10th. I believe those are correct. I pulled those from the calendar, but again, consult the official calendar for Tri-C for those real dates. And again, this course assumes that you either took and passed ITNT 2300 Networking Fundamentals, you're in it right now, or you already have enough knowledge where you got departmental approval to take this class. So there's a level of expectation and certain minimum knowledge that you will need to be in this course and succeed. All right, so I am going to pop through Blackboard. So in Start here, we'll go back. So I have the syllabus. This video is going in Start here. I know I say course introduction video. That's this one. Setting up your Cengage account. So make sure you either through Banner, There's a link to the bookstore to buy a Cengage license, or you can do it when you log in here for the first time. But there is a video. I will click this. It will play this video and show you how to, look at all these stock photos of people. Time to log in, time to pay your money for the term. Um, so watch the video. It's corny, but at least if you don't have any experience using this system, shows you how to do it. The overall Cengage main site link is here. And I know if I click this link, it takes me to the teachers portal. So you can see what I see here. Look, it's really not that special. You'll see something similar in your Cengage dashboard after you log in, but that's where it takes you. What I've done is I've laid out every assignment in Blackboard by individual assignment to hopefully make it easier, but you're welcome to work out of the Cengage site. There's also a link to this in course content. And then Tri-C puts in a number of online learning items automatically when we build out Blackboard pages, so I've kept those in there. Pertinent information about online learning. So you can click that and explore that if you'd like. Announcements is where I will announce things. If I need to tell everybody something, I'm going to put it up here in announcements. So make sure you set up Blackboard. You should be getting emails when I post announcements, but usually I find it convenient. I know I just finished my MBA last semester, and in our LMS, I always made sure that I was getting emails through it. So if you're using Blackboard or Canvas, whatever it is here, Blackboard, make sure you type your email address because it's a little bit more convenient than having to log in here all the time. But yeah, announcements will be where I will announce things for the course. Course content, most important thing. I have another link to start here, just in case. And also another link to the Cengage course main site. Beyond that, what I've done is every single week, I have broken down the structure. So talked about what we're going to do each week, the things you should be learning, link to your midterm, link to your final. Those links, by the way, won't work until the respective weeks for each of those, but want to get them in there. But each of these is structured the same. So I'm going to click into week 1 because this is what you will be digging into for the first week. All right, so if there is information that's important for the week, I'll typically post a video. This week I did a quick overview of the whole chapter. So it's a little longer lecture, but other weeks I may have a video, I may not have a video if there's really key points I want to drive home. Sometimes if it's a complicated topic, I may do a full lecture, but it really depends on the content for that week. So that will be the first item up there. It should skim over information to get you ready for readings. And in here, I have a number of folders. So you'll see reading, that will be your reading for the week. If we click into there, these just link to Cengage, but the individual items in Cengage. We'll go back. Your discussion board item, this links to the discussion board item for the week. And this is your first graded item. All graded items I've tried to put in red. I might have forgotten some, but this will link to the discussion board. There's a discussion board due every week except for midterm, final, spring break. And how discussion boards work, let's click into it. Week 1's easy. It's tell us about yourself. I'll go into discussion boards here. Discussion board 1, tell us about yourself. Your initial post is 100 words due by Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be the same every week. Not this topic. Every other week's going to be relevant to that week, but this one for the first week, super easy. Why are you here? 100 words due by Wednesday, and then you need to respond to 2 of your classmates by 11:59 p.m. on Friday. I suggest you get that done early so you're not spending Friday night waiting to respond to someone. Those are 50 words each. And really, again, it's for us to communicate with each other, practice our writing skills, practice our conveyance of information, We just want to make sure that we're focusing on this in a well-rounded manner. So if we learn a topic, are you able to convey that information to others in a straightforward and concise manner that is understandable? So we're going to do this every week. Make sure that you get those in on time. Also, just so you know, if it looks like there's nothing in there for the week, it's because I have it turned on where you can't see what other people post until you make a post. I think that's a fair way to do it so we're not copying and pasting from each other. So that is how it is. So just make sure you get those in on time. So those are due Wednesday and Friday, initial post by Wednesday, and second two other posts by Friday responses. All right. Labs are next. Labs are due every Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. And what it is there's some hands-on projects. You do the hands-on projects and then you take a quiz. You're welcome to take the quiz as many times as you want until you get 100%. But they are due Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. So those are the labs. And again, these just link to Cengage. Study and review. These are additional practice modules that come with the book that I found useful. I've omitted some of the things that I found a little less useful and not pertinent to some of the course objectives, but these go with it. So for instance, Module 1 review actually goes over, like in the PowerPoint I did this week, exact same concepts. So if you really want to hammer this stuff home, you can go ahead and use the review. Practice is fun. It's a crossword puzzle if you're bored. But again, it helps you practice some of the topics. Quizzes are quizzes. I think most weeks they're 20 questions. It always rounds up to 20 points. So if there's 15 questions, obviously it's going to be more than 1 point each. So make sure that you're studying for the quizzes, but like the labs, I want you to be successful, and repetition helps memory. So if you get a 90% and you want 100, just take it again. It's all good. So we'll go back to course content. So again, each week it's all laid out. Discussion boards. I really encourage you to post items to course questions. I really don't lurk there, but what I do find important for everyone is that we can teach each other. Of course, questions, there's nothing wrong with a question. It doesn't say anything about you as a person. What it does is it raises everybody up. If someone, one of your peers, can answer a question, I think it helps everybody learn. So if you're willing and able to post a question, if it's not urgent, into course questions, I encourage you to do so. I think it's a great way for everyone to not only get to know each other a little bit, but to practice our skills. So please don't be embarrassed, don't be shy. If you have a course question and it's really not something you feel you need to email me about, please ask it in course questions. I highly encourage everyone to do so. Finally, the last thing we use in the course is the calendar. You will see items that are due each week. Definitely the Wednesday items come up, as well as the lab and the quiz for Monday. I noticed that because of the way Blackboard is, that Friday item doesn't really show up in the calendar. I may or may not manually add it in. It's getting pretty tedious, but things are due on Friday. What I would do is export this to your calendar if you can, or if you follow the Blackboard calendar in general. Keep an eye on what's due. Make sure you know when it's due. Because again, late is a zero unless it's an emergency. So, and sorry to be such a stickler on that. It's just, we all have lives, we all have things to do, and it's also important that we're responsible. So let's just keep each other in check. And I'm giving everybody unlimited chances. You adhere to the dates. So that's pretty much it on the course. Again, if you have any questions, always feel free to contact me. I know that I'm the person who won't let late assignments in. I still want to make sure you succeed. And if there's absolutely anything I can help with, shoot me an email. That's why I'm here. That's why I teach here. I think that the education you're going to get at Tri-C is very important and very valuable. and it's definitely worth the money. You have a lot of engaged students, engaged teachers, and we're all here to help each other out. So please, if you have any questions, not only on this course, but in your career or things that you want to know, just feel free to drop me a line. I hope I can help you out. Um, let's keep the communication going this semester and hopefully beyond as well. Again, my focus is on cybersecurity. So, there's a cybersecurity club. You should join it. I encourage you to get involved in with this, especially IEEE, some of the RFC organizations that we'll talk about in week one. You can contribute if this is a topic that you find you're passionate about after learning about it. There's definitely an industry for you to contribute in, both in the professional and the academic side. Um, I will talk to everyone and all of you soon. And again, if you have questions, please contact me. Thanks.